The winter is cold, the snow is deep, the panzers move across the steppe. Hello everyone, this is Gamer1745 here with my playthrough of Panzer Corps 2's Axis Operations 1944. And this time, unlike the first episode, we are going to actually play the game. Okay, we spotted these guys here. They're baddies. We need to take them down. Now, there is an escarpment here. I'm going to try to explain what we're doing here. So I do know, just because I have played the first couple of turns, there are some Soviets over here, but they can't come around behind us because there's like I say, an escarpment. I really wish we had with some aircraft to suppress this guy here, because if we move him up here, he'll take some damage to take him out. But we don't quite have that, so up like this. Boom. Not quite what I was hoping. Here we got our Lish Field Howitzer, or Howitzer 18s, 105, boom. So we reduced them by 1, but this guy has a hero in it. He fired twice per turn. Okay, so we've got him down by 2. I have to suppress by 1. Now, let's look here. That's still 2. What we're going to do is we're going to move him here. Going to move. I know we could radically hit him, but that's a pretty heavy hit. Now we got this guy here, or this guy. I think we're going to move. Yeah, attack. Could attack that. What about the Stug? No. Yeah, you know. No, I think the main danger to this. Look out. Is this guy, not the T-34. So, okay, ooh, completely took him out. Okay, that worked out very well. Now, Panther looks like it's going to be the best option. Looks like. Now what we can do with this guy is, before we move him, we're going to tilt our barrels up. Okay, doesn't quite have the range from back here. I was hoping to maybe suppress him. Let's tilt our... Well, we can maybe keep that. Yep. Right, well... Somebody, oh, we had another shot here. Wow, we did. We had double shot. Well, might as well take it now. Yeah, should have done that before. Okay, mistakes were made. Mistakes were made. Move him forward to here. Move some infantry up here. Get out. Let's move the other Tiger here. It's command vehicle. Oh, we can, well, yeah, let's move you to here. A little better look through the snow. I'm going to keep my force together. I have objectives up here, but let's keep this moving as a whole. Back here. I think there will be, but we can still cover that. Right, no, we don't need to do anything. Okay, oh. Yep, thanks there, okay. The current targets available. We talked about this and move up our reconnaissance. Okay, that shows we're not gonna at least get ambushed by anything. There we go. Now. That. Now you can come in here. We do have some infantry there. And it looks like we're going to catch them out in the open. And yeah, there might be some other anti-tank, but didn't think so. Okay, so they're hit hard. This wakes me up to what's over here. is going to come up to here. Use his artillery piece there. Now this guy, he's unfortunately has moved his full allotment. I know he hadn't. Okay, reasonably good takedown there. I should. I don't know if they would have had as good of a shot there. Oh well, okay. Danger out there, but oh. We will not be attacked that way. And there we go. That's what you're meant to do, just slaughter these guys. Don't know if you know what happened here. This guy here did not see him through the snow. So he came up and attacked the infantry. But what happened is he got anti-tanks. These guys got anti-tank. No, these guys would have had anti-tank support, but they were never attacked. This guy has provocateur, which here. So he gets attacked instead of this other unit. But before he gets engaged, we have the stug shooting. That's what this guy is also a provocateur with another heavy destroying element. Well, we could fire here now. But they have moved their tank destroyer over here, so let's move this here. I know we're sort of falling back on ourselves, but so massively slaughtering the enemy. Now these guys are who have anti-tank support from here, but best work, so we're just going to nearly obliterate them. This way. Now these guys. Well, pressed one and taken down one. Hopefully no damage this time, and an overrun and a slaughter. Here. Now, oh, wow, okay, I didn't know there were more. I know there's the cavalry we just took out there. I'm here. These guys have fast deploy, so they can come up, deploy, shoot, and then shoot again because they have double shots. Leaders here. Now, wow. You guys. Okay, Oberst Wagner. We have re-established contact with forces holding the southern flank of the pocket, but they are not the 42nd Corps troops. They say they have been under attack for the past 2 days, but so far have managed to hold their defensive line. Got a stug over here, cool. Their casualties are mounting, and without reinforcement or resupply, their ability to resist further attack dwindles by the hour. As much as we might want to help them defend, it is more useful for us to report the situation to 11th Corps Command. That's the only thing that has a chance to get these valiant men what they need to continue the fight. We should move on and complete our other objectives. Objective make contact with the southern flank is completed. Okay, so we've completed one of our priority objectives, but I also think we're going to see about fully rescuing him. Okay, well, now, that did spoil my plan. I wanted to overrun and then come and hit them again. The unit is down there. Look, everything. I think that's all the way. Oh, wait a minute. No, there's somebody retreated. Okay. A lot of these guys here. Okay, but I think we can maybe do this. I don't know if we have time to do this. But we do have capability, shall we say. Super good unit. I think we're going to, oh, we've already fired once, haven't we? This guy. Okay, just a second. There's somebody else that was going to be able to actually attack this turn here. No, so we're going to move you like this. I think we're mostly facing infantry, so we are going to, what's left? That. We're going to keep Wagner's unit back here somewhat protected. There. Bugs, but bugs are good. Oh, we got more. I forgot about him. Oh, it's okay. Got hammered. No, Run who? One more time back and forth. Move, but he won't be able to attack again, but he should hopefully be able to overrun. Maybe overrun again with another move. Okay, good. We like that. We like that. Did have here, but eyes a bit. It could come to there. I'll lower the barrel back down. Yeah, I think that's the way. Okay. Now for some more majestic... Oh damn, more tank destroyers. Oh well. Not an overrun here, damn. Okay, well at least we know they're there now. That's an important bit of knowledge. Very important bit of knowledge. Well, no, so we're gonna up the gun barrel again. And these guys are gonna come over here. This way they're not going to have to get tanks fire support because they're doing indirect type support. Right, we're good. Okay. This guy's big and slow, so we'll move him to here. Let's see if we can eliminate the heavy infantry. Just take them down entirely. And see, he's a provocateur, so these, if they attack, this guy attacks any of these units here. And this guy's also a provocateur, so they can, but they can't get around. Okay. So yeah, that all looks pretty good. Oh, you shoot your Katusha at the thing that's most heavily armored. Maybe not absolutely most heavily armored. Maybe it's the Brumbar, I don't know which. Okay, well. He's, or at least he was last reported there. That does not look like a good exchange rate, unfortunately. Okay, I'm going to undo that. do here is I'm going to feed you along here. And move you up to here. And I'm going to fire you. These guys. And these guys still have the problems they can't get there, but these guys can get to here. Now, what I want to do here is once we have the location down, they'll be able to. Well, bye-bye, Soviets. We know there's nobody at the airport, so I have anti-tank support. That's what at least I'm fearing most is a tank attack, not an infantry attack on that. That's not my unit. That is, though, this is, I think we've more or less saved these troops here. We may still. There may. I think there was one more infantry unit here because he fired that way. But we do have a time clock running, so just fired it. Friendlies probably did a bunch of damage. He attacked somebody or was going to, and then. Okay. One down. Didn't work out quite as well as I had hoped. But now I just said I'm on a limited budget. Okay. Reduce his strength. Radically reduce theirs, and oh, they had an artillery piece, but okay, well, good. Okay. They should be fine with that one provocateur, so we'll move him up this way, holding the southern flank. Okay, Oberst Wagner, our troops have reached Corson. Hey, that's sort of in the news recently, so, as in, like, right now when I'm making this. So you get maybe a geographical idea that things Okay, this is like the Dnipro River, whatever. It's the river here. The it's probably been a few days, but if you haven't been following the news, Russia, because oh hey, I have a new YouTube channel that's just at time of making this, I think less than a week old or about that. It's going to be covering. It's called Crisis Report, and if you Google it or you YouTube search, it doesn't show up because there's just not enough subscribers yet or enough activity. But I'll try to remember to put a link in the description below. And it's going to cover international events, things that I find that are important and worthy enough to cover. Things like the Ukraine war, but I didn't want to just focus on this. Some of the other things you may have seen posted on this channel covering Taiwan, which I think Taiwan is the next big thing that's going to cause world crisis. I do believe Ukraine is sort of, it's tragic what's happening, but it's sort of contained in that part of the world right now. But Taiwan has another chance to explode to worldwide global nuclear thermal warfare. So yeah, things like that covered, and maybe a little lesser. There's a civil war going on in Ethiopia. I mean, like when isn't there? But with Tigray, and I don't know, I'm not focusing on some of the smaller stuff now because it's not going to get much traction. I'm trying to build up the channel, but the idea is whether it's daily or not. I mean, it's not going to be necessarily like a daily report, like a daily rundown. It's meant to, when I see an interesting story, some interesting developments, I'm going to cover them. You've been following this channel, sort of know that I'm a watcher of the world, plus a historian, and so I know the context that everything is going in. So that's the kind of thing that I'm looking to do with the channel. If you're interested in it, hopefully try to keep things about 10 minutes or less, covering a topic, and also be posting a short that gets a lot of traction as well, get people to show up. So you might want to check that out. And so my analysis is the Ukrainian strike on the Kerch Straits bridge. The bridge is still basically out. They've been able to move a few light trains across the train part. I don't know what that means, but it's definitely not full loaded trains or standard loaded trains, so it's something less. And one side of the road bridge has been open to, again, some light traffic, but no trucks. Like we think of, significant delivery or transport trucks. None of those are going across. And I've seen some photos of just, what looks to be, I don't know, somewhere between 60 and 100 trucks just parked in a field waiting to be ferried across. So I really think that winter is coming. This is actually made on just about ready to turn to November the 12th, November the 11th, of course. The 11/11 is the end of World War I and the date of Rhodesia's unilateral declaration of independence from the United Kingdom. So multiple things have happened on that date, and so they realized that winter's coming, and they weren't going to be able to supply and hold Kherson, maybe, but definitely the rest of the across the river area that they had been holding. And even with the 300,000 additional, more than normal draftees that they've done in the Russian draft program, which is that part of the program is over. The sort of emergency draft, usual sort of intake of soldiers is going to continue, but the emergency draft is over. But even if they tried to deploy a bunch of those soldiers there, I'm sure they figured that they couldn't supply them well. So I think they've, as time of making this, more or less have completed the withdrawal from the city of Kherson, as opposed to the Kherson Oblast or region or whatever you want to call it. At least everything north of the river, my understanding has been withdrawn, if not already in the process. So, and the Russians have taken casualties significantly, supposedly, in the withdrawal. And we may see, through the winter, a withdrawal to the Crimea, I would say is quite possibility, in the south. And maybe not all the way to Mariupol in the east, but a more of a. The Russians currently control what had been a Ukrainian nuclear power plant. I guess sort of over here near the big lake here. That I don't know if this map is correct, but or maybe it's more out here somewhere. I don't know, but it's well protected from any immediate Ukrainian counterattacks. Again, because sort of the lake in big position, but they may sort of fall back to that sort of line as the winter happens. But yeah, so yeah, check out Crisis Report if you're interested in my hot takes, my analysis, whatever, as well as just so you know what I think is going to go on in the world. And again, I'm focusing on Ukraine, partially because if I do too much Taiwan, I think YouTube might suppress me because it likes to only up to Winnie the Pooh, if you know what I'm talking about. Trying to talk in code here, but they want to promote up and I am pro-Ukrainian. I'm not anti-Russian the people. I'm anti this Russian aggression. And I know when I've talked about it, when empires break up, it's ugly. It is. But so I'm not saying it isn't sucks for a lot of ethnic Russians in what had been or is, however you want to draw it, Ukrainian territory. So things suck for them too. But I'm fully on the Ukrainian side in the idea of the defending against an aggressive attack. So yeah, not like you say, not anti-Russian people. I got a few Russian friends. Talk to, well, or at least tweet and type, however you want to say it. Some I do talk to. Some literally talk back and forth to some Ukrainians that not in Kherson, but or Kherson or however you want to pronounce, Kherson or whatever. But literally, maybe this is a different city. I don't know. I don't know if this is just a German spelling of the same thing. Cyrillic to I almost said English, but Cyrillic to Roman lettering fluctuations in spelling, plus just general fluctuations between different traditions of spelling or pronouncing and hence spelling the same words do happen. I know, so not sure. But I think this is, because this is down in that region here, the big map. So I think it's the same place. But so I'm focusing mostly to grow right now on Ukraine, but it is meant to be global and not so much like local political hot takes, either in the U.S. or other places, unless I think they directly affect the international situation. So if a new world leader either gets elected, or if somebody says a political statement that because I'm going to try to focus at least mostly on international stuff, might affect diplomatic stances or some U.S., whether it's a congressman or president or presidential candidate, I'm going to stop all aid to Ukraine, or I'm going to embargo Russia, or something like that. That would be because we're looking at Biden's started under Trump, really started under Trump, but putting pressure on Winnie the Pooh and west of Taiwan, with certain trade and tech embargoes. So those kinds of things would be covered. That might sort of seem like domestic, but mostly we're looking at international stuff. So again, you might want to check that out. Okay, if all we found left in the city was a few motorcycle messengers. After speaking with them, they informed us that the commander of 11th Corps left Kherson after all communications to anyone outside the pocket was lost. He left to try to re-establish contact with another location, and if we want to catch him, we should head towards the northwest end of the pocket. Presume up to here. Okay, as an analysis, as you can sort of see, even though I'm somewhat separated into two groups here, unit cohesion, whether it's a army group, is probably larger than a unit. I mean, it's it's a group of armies, I know, so it is a unit, but more larger than unit cohesion. But an army, a corps, division, brigade, a regiment, you know, a squad, you know, I mean, all the way down, or maybe I guess in using the British term, below a squad is a stick, generally 4 people. Um, you know, unit cohesion is a thing, and a commander's job is to organize and direct the actions of people under him. So if you're a paratrooper, whether it's a sergeant or a lieutenant or a captain, and you parachute into Normandy and you find yourself all at night, you know, dark at night, your job isn't to attack the enemy. Your job is to find somebody, even if it's just one person, and tell him what to do. You know, it might be go over there and shoot at that building. You know, or it might be you go to the west and look for somebody, but go no further than, you know, a certain amount of distance or time, but come back here because I'm going to be back here and I need to know what's over there. I'm going to go to the east for a short amount of distance and then come back here and meet you here, and then we'll figure out what to do and tell me report, and if you find anybody, bring them with you, you know, that kind of thing. A commander's job is to organize and command. So this to me doesn't sound like, hey, I'm running away. This is, hey, I've lost communication, lost understanding of things under my command, and in an attempt to reestablish command. Wow, they're getting all pounded. I think we may be moving that direction next after we deal with these guys. Is to reestablish is to reestablish connection, reestablish supply lines. Okay, so we see here. So this is a good thing. Okay, a scout car, cavalry. There may be, I think, an anti-tank and a tank there. So we're going to, let's come so far to there. Come to here. Destroy the unit. Okay, we got rocket troops over there. Come to there. Okay, I'm doing a do-over. That's just too destructive. I shouldn't have done that. It was an ambush. I thought there was going to be somebody there. Where can you get to? You can get to here. Okay. What we're going to do here is, and I unfortunately do know that there is a guy there, so we're not going to attack there. What we're going to do here is got backup, but we're gonna slaughter those guys. Okay, SU-76. Yeah, okay. Punch directly at that thing. These, oh, we could, oh, well, no, they'll be hit by that guy. Okay, but we still have anti-tank backup there. They should be well enough defended from any cavalry or artillery strike or whatever. Right, okay. Move the tiger. Oh, he's already moved. Right, I know I've been talking. I hope you guys like my talking. It's supposed to be, I mean, it's good for me that I just, you know, think I'm doing some good in the world by sharing my opinions with everybody. Yeah, I know they're my opinions, and okay, you've moved, you have not, so we're going to move you up this way. Okay. Just to protect these guys from any sorts of counterattacks and whatnot. Okay. All right. The Stugs do very little effect. Get blasted. Okay. Excuse the interruption, my general, but I have been discussing our supply situation with our quartermasters and we have to make a decision. Our desperate situation, we are going to need every drop of fuel, scrap of food, and load of ammunition we can get our hands on. As we continue to move around the pocket, we might want to grab anything that is not nailed down to take with us. This effort to keep our supply levels above critical carries no particular reward or penalty. We're just making sure we have enough to survive the campaign ahead. If you think we are in need of emergency resupply, we can begin clearing out all the friendly depots immediately. If you think our supply situation is acceptable as is, we can just proceed without pillaging our stores. Would you like to reset prestige to I think your supply is acceptable, our district. If you think our supply is, but I'm wondering what some of these, effort we are making enough to survive the campaign ahead. We need to every drop of fuel. No particular reward or penalty, we just make sure. This a difficulty thing? Difficulty level? Particular reward or penalty. I'm going to decline it. You decline supply, your prestige amount is unaffected. Okay, well, I did sort of cheat on this one ambush thing. I do sort of think of it as such. Okay, that would be devastating. And that would be, okay. Okay, you got counter battery fire. Yeah, I knew he was going to shoot here. But, we've got some nice overrun. Let's... Okay, so, I am thinking of getting ready to withdraw from this field here. Now these guys, if they come here, they'll just about do that in. So, yeah, let's... I think we're good up to here. Hoping for Instrument. Good job. Very good job. Overrun, but out of movement. Okay, so we've cleaned out that part of the pocket. I want to go up and see if we can save the guys up in the city. Reconnaissance. Okay, we have reestablished contact with the garrison left to hold Kenev, but the news is grim. Sometime after most of their remaining troops of the pocket were sent south to guard the flank, the skeletal forces left behind in Kenev came under attack from the direction of Kiev. They will continue to hold their ground to prevent the pocket from collapsing in the north, but there is little we can do for them now. We should move on to complete our objectives so that their sacrifice will not be in vain. Okay, well, we need to get to here, I think, and we may need to get down to here. I don't know if that's going to become a requirement, but we still haven't made contact with the 4, 5. Right, well, okay. Down here, that will show me what's... Okay, our troops have reached Ganderova, but all we found is an empty supply depot, not a single sign of the 42nd Corps. Our soldiers report that there are large amounts of tracks in the snow that lead to the ravines to the southwest, but I have a very bad feeling about this. We should stick to our objectives and not go wandering off in the snow-covered wasteland. Okay, well. Come to here, so I'm going to sort of hope to guess that this is good. For gamer, unit cohesion, unit cohesion. To here with this. Do sort of like that. Quick. I know there's something down here, but I always hit the wrong thing, so I don't want to do that. Well, I think we're going to end this episode here. I want to thank you for watching. Thanks for liking the videos if you haven't already. And of course, I would love to hear your questions, comments, tips, suggestions. So please post below. See you next time for, yes, more historical gaming.